Now, why 99% of golfers can't stay down through the golf ball like the best players in the world is because ultimately you're trying to be too athletic. So that sounds completely contradictory. But when you're being athletic, you're going to do certain things in your golf swing that are going to guarantee you're going to stand up. So we need to change those things to make you stay down. So if you've been practicing so hard, trying to keep your body down through the golf ball, but you can't do it, this is the video for you. And the third reason here, with a great drill that will get every single one of you feeling exactly what you need to do in that downswing. So let's get to it. Okay, so number one, and that is your posture at setup. Again, is too athletic. So again, a lot of you watching this will think, and this sounds so wrong, being athletic. That's what we're told to do. Now, being athletic is great, but there are some pitfalls when golfers are trying to do this that absolutely causes them to do some bad things in the swing. So athletic posture is absolutely one of them. It's a terrible concept. So when we're in this athletic posture here, we've got quite a bit of bend in the knees. You've got quite a bit of hip hinge, straight, almost extended lower spine, and straight back and upper back from there. So you look like a goalkeeper waiting to receive a penalty. What this will do, this will destroy your golf swing and make you stand up, because now my armpits, so where the mass and weight of my upper body is in front of my toes. Something I talk about a lot on my channel here. Now, as we start to move back in the backswing with the weight displaced in front of our toes, if we don't change our posture, our weight is going to be really on those toes and we're going to end up losing balance and move forward. So you don't see many golfers actually falling over in the golf swing. So what you would actually see them do from there, they'll start to move their pelvis forward and upper body back in the downswing to start to move their balance points more in line with each other. So that means the armpits over the toes, over the balls of the feet. Because that's an easier way for a player to keep their balance, is to move back so the upper body lines up better. But that happens. You'll start standing up, you'll start hitting terrible golf shots. You could fat it really easy, you could top it really easy. It's a nightmare. So that's where what we've got to do to be able to stay down in posture is we've got to set up to the golf ball better. So we've got to set up to the golf ball a little bit more like Tommy Fleetwood, Victor Hovland, for example, or all the greats back in the day, like your Nicklaus, your Palmer, your Sneeds, all those guys set up like this. And that is in what we call old man posture. So old man posture is where we have our armpits now on the balls of the feet. Tiny bit of a bend in the knees, just very slightly, straight lower spine, rounding up to mid and upper back. So it looks like we're an old man with a cane there. So as we said, that is getting the armpits over the balls of the feet. So now as I turn, I can easily manage my weight. My weight is now not displaced in front of me or on my toes. So as I turn, I can get that pressure shifting nicely into the inside of the trail heel, loading up the turn better. And then from there, as I move down, there's no balance issues that I need to worry about, so I can just turn and move freely in the downswing in that good dynamic posture, just like so. So a good way to imagine this is like you're on a tightrope over a canyon. So you're on a tightrope. If your armpits start to go over in front of your toes, where's your weight going to go in this athletic posture? It's going to go on your toes. So what's going to happen? You're going to either fall into the canyon or you're going to immediately rock back like so. You're going to rock straight backwards. What's happening there? Armpits are going over knees and then going over the balls of the feet to balance yourself up. Now, if I was in more of an old man posture over that tightrope, I'm not going to need to rock back and forth to be able to keep my balance. I'm perfectly in balance. So you've got to have a nice imbalance with your balance points at setup to be able to dynamically stay in posture coming through the golf ball. So again, right here, armpits over the balls of the feet. Good little procedure to do for this. Club out in front of you, straight knees or slight bend to them, and upper back being dead straight along with your back, like you're talking to someone in front of you. And now what I want you to do is relax your mid and upper back until the club hits the ground. Boom. If you're like me, who has long arms, you might need to shuffle back, but don't change your posture. Again, little bend of the knees, club out in front of you, relax mid and upper back until club hits the ground. Boom, there we go. Now we are in a good setup to be able to stay down going through the golf ball. And you can see it's definitely not as athletic, but we need to be unathletic to move athletic in the downswing. It becomes easier to do that much more often. So second reason is how players are moving in transition. So they start the downswing with that athletic intent. So what we see a lot of players do, so again, for me, right-handed golfer, what's our dominant side? It's going to be the right side of the body. So ultimately for us, if we're moving that right side of the body first, really trying to drive off because it seems instinctual to be able to get that first little bit of rotation, bit of power driving, pushing off that side, that's going to make you stand up. So if we push off that right side, we're going to stand up and you're going to really lose control over the golf ball like that. Because why is that the case? Okay, if we try to really move that right side forward and drive off it in that start of the downswing, you're going to see how the right side's going to move closer to the golf ball. So as you can see, my arms aren't doing anything, but if the right side moves forward, look how I'm now stuck. I'm not stuck because I'm over spinning out. Technically, this is spinning out in the actual definition of the term. But you can see my arms aren't done anything. My right side's just pushed forward. It's gone onto the toes. It's moved closer to the golf ball. So if I don't stand up going through the golf ball from here, I'm going to hoddle it. I'm going to hit a shank. So that's one of the big reasons we see so many golfers shank the golf ball, is they're pushing off their right side too quickly. But again, if I'm then going to get onto this golf ball without hoddling the ball, I would have to stand the upper body up to pull the club back in. And that one is really, we could see there, you'll probably see it on the front view, top view there. Look how much I overcorrected that right off the toe. So that's because I stand it up a ton to pull that club in. So really good one. And even the simple way of viewing this, if we're pushing too early, we're getting onto our toes. What's going to happen if we're getting onto our toes? Just like when we're standing up, we're going to extend, we're going to get taller, we're standing up. Now, a lot of players out there will be thinking, oh, well, that's can't be right. We see Justin Thomas, we see Colin Morikawa doing this. There's loads more as well that do this. But number one, they're the best players in the world. They can get away with a lot of things. But how are they getting away with that? Is those players, to mitigate everything being pushed out from pushing out that right side, they get more trail side bend. Just like that. Now you can see when that happens, the club drops down more, then you can move yourself through and you can stay down. Just demonstrating that hurt my back. So that's where for amateur golfers, don't try to do that. Don't see an exception out there on tour and think you can do that too. Got to remember, these guys out on tour have hit millions of golf balls in their life. So that's where it has been probably their thing they've done every day since they were probably 2 years old. So that's where don't try to copy those outlier movements. So for us, how are we going to move a little bit better? Keep that right side at bay. We want to use this left side. So the left side is our key here. We want to feel as we're starting that downswing, belt buckle is getting on top of that left heel. We see a lot of players like Justin Rose, Tommy Fleetwood, for example, demonstrate this, pushing that left hip back. Right side is just coming along for the ride. Again, if we measured this with force plates, we would see a little bit of push off. Without a doubt, but we don't feel it. Some golfers might, they can get away with it, but for vast majority of golfers, it is just an awful move to do. So having that left side move back, like it's pushing back, belt buckle getting on top of the left heel, you can see that's going to get me more inflection, because when I push my hips back, upper body flexes more down and it rotates me better. So that's a better way to go about it. You need to feel nice and patient when you do it. I'm going to show you a great drill to take this out of the question, to move that left side better. And there we go. You'll just end up hitting the ball so much better, so much more consistently, and be able to stay down. So that's where drills are the key to be able to do this. And it is quieting down the right side is the key to getting in this move. So good drill to do. Now, I'll tell you a good drill to do that I can physically do, which all of you will be able to do. And I'll show you a drill which is also great, but I really struggle to do it because of my disability. My cerebral palsy in my left side is really makes this other drill really hard, but it is pretty much the best one. You all out there will be absolutely fine with it. We'll get to that. So this drill, you see guys like Charles Howell III do a lot. So great ball strike, one of the best swings in professional golf. So what we see him do quite often, he'll push this right foot back. Just pull it back a little bit to where the right foot is now in middle with the mid of the left foot. So what we're doing here, this is going to help us with it being back here, feel like we're keeping it more passive. It's going to give us pretty much put, let's say, stability wheels like on a bike. It's going to be a very similar thing. But what we want to do, we still want to try and hit this ball as straight as we can, and it's going to stop us from pushing off that trail side. So we're going to get, well, that's nice. We're going to get a little bit of a draw out there, absolutely. It's going to encourage path to be a little bit more in. Nice face angle, 0.5, so pretty much pointing at target. But it's got to really quieten down this right side. And because you're still trying to hit the ball to target, now this means the subconscious has got to work really hard. It's got to think, okay, what have I got to do to hit that ball to target now? I've got to get this left side back more for my rotary mechanism and get the upper body, as a result, will start to turn more. Absolute brilliant drill. Really good one just to get that body firing. Look at where I just fell then. See, I just feel a little bit back. That's because I was moving into more flexion. Pressure was getting more back, so it goes from the toe into the heel, and then we're in that better spot. So, brilliant drill. Just a foot back drill, great one. Rep that out. That's going to really stop overdriving with that right side. So if you're going to be athletic, just in a different way, using the left side of the body. So the next one is the one I struggle to do a lot, but it's one I give a lot to my students and it's so beneficial. It's called the bowler drill. So imagine we are bowling in a bowling alley. We're going to have that back foot come back here. Now, when you do that, you're doing the exact opposite movement to pushing off with that trail side. So if you're going to get anything through that shot, you've got to use that lead side better and move into flexion with that left side pushing back, keeping you down. So with here on a grippy mat, quite hard to do, because what I want to do, if we show you practice swing, we're coming down the downswing and we're pushing that back foot back just like we're bowling a bowling ball, just like that. Again, difficult for me to do because of my cerebral palsy, that affects the left side. My left leg goes, ooh, wobbles all around the place when I do it. But again, you won't really suffer with that unless you've got a problem with your left side as well. If that's the case, do the first one. So let's give it a go here. It'd be quite comical. I probably won't even remotely replicate it all too much, but I'm gonna try really hard to do it. Oh, there we go. So this one, you won't generally hit the ball massively far because it's an exaggeration drill. But it gets you doing and feeling a very different sensation to pushing that right side out. And you're not going to stand up doing this at all. So again, another one, let's give it a go. In case I accidentally injure myself doing this drill. Again, this is not, disclaimer, this is not going to injure you out there. Definitely not. This is just because of me with my cerebral palsy. It might injure me. Well, it won't injure me. It won't. So again, bowler drill. There we go. Guess you're looking a little bit Scotty-like, doesn't it? Great one to do to calm down that right side. You'll have no problem doing that. Either one of those drills are absolutely great. Calm down that drive. Okay, so the third and final point of being athletic, trying to be overly athletic, how it's making you stand up, not stay down through the ball, is what happens to some players when they try to do this. And that is, of course, out-racing the body with your arms. So quite often when a player tries to feel, okay, I want to really get some more out of this, I really want to put some good effort in, being a little bit more athletic, you'll see them have a lot more drive with the arms. Now, as we know, we want the body to really drive athletic movement. We don't want the arms to happen, so it's a bit of a mismatch in the brain, but that happens to a lot of people. Now, if your arms start to go first in the downswing, your arms are going to, and the club's going to beat the rest of your body in its motion to the golf ball. So when the arms start to get to the golf ball first, your body will be quite straight already. You won't have too much side bend or rotation. Your right arm's going to have to fire and straighten. So if your right arm fires without the body standing up, you just chunk the golf ball. So that's where what we will see players do to accommodate that feeling, that motion, their body will start to stand more up, pulls the club and the swing arc out the ground, and it makes you hit more of a functional shot if you're out racing with your arms in the downswing. So that's quite a nice strike, but quite short. So I would have to hit a lot of balls to be able to time that. And that's a good thing to note here, guys. You can, just like we said earlier, you can hit with any type of technique in golf. It's just what one's going to be more consistent. You can make anything work with a lot of reps. A lot of golfers watching here are not full-time golfers, so you don't have of course, the opportunity to work on these kind of different, unique movements so much. You want to do things that we know are more consistent. We know what is more consistent when it comes to downswing sequencing. It's not letting these arms fire first. It's letting the arms stay where they are. Lower body, mid-torso goes first. Absolutely, starts to unwind. It starts to shift like throwing a ball. Chest then follows afterwards, and then arms after that. This won't get players getting stuck. Absolutely won't. Lots have to happen for that to happen. But it will get that sequencing unwinding. We want the arms to be the last thing to go. If we measured them with something like gears, for example, they would still be technically firing. They will fire so close in timing to the rest of the body. It'll be like a split second that the lower body and the rest of the body will move first. But again, it's the feels are the thing to go for, and it's what the intent is behind it. If someone really fires the arms first, they don't want to try and get it ideal, they want to exaggerate it. So that's where I need to feel like my arms aren't doing much, rest of the body is going. That is going to be a much better way to stay down in posture. Is that still going to hit the green? I left the face a touch open. I didn't really turn much in the backswing on that one. Still with the target though, great. So, okay, yeah, bad shots can still happen, as we could see there. But we've got to calm those arms down. Now, this drill is Probably one of my favorite drills of all time. Awesome. So like I said in the intro, this is the one you've been waiting for. This is called the ragdoll drill. The ragdoll drill is so cool because you completely ragdoll your arms, you feel nothing with them. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to hit the ball with about half swing, maybe slightly more. And with a like 0.5 out of 10 grip pressure, just the amount you're gripping it and not letting it go. You want to get that body moving to propel the arms through. You have to stay down and turn a lot more. So watch this, okay. You will all feel what staying down in posture feels like doing this. So ragdoll the arms. Oh. Look at the distance you can create via just a ragdoll feeling. That's gone pretty much 150, which is around my normal 8-iron distance. Unbelievable. So what you're going to notice when you do this, you notice this little drag will start to happen again. It's just an exaggeration drill to turn off these and get them a little bit more passive in this exaggeration drill. But what you also might feel, your head might start to look towards a target, which you'll probably see me do on this one. I'm not trying to, but you'll probably see it. Hear that strike, it's just so good. So why that's happening is because my body has to ultimately figure out how to get myself onto the golf ball with these arms feeling like they're spaghetti. So that's where my body has to work a lot harder. It has to turn a lot more. It has to pivot, rotate, stay down on that golf ball. If you're quite tight in your upper back like I am, you might have a little bit of looking down the target like David Duval or Annika Sorenstam. You might get that motion. That's just your body trying to rotate more to problem solve this ragdoll feeling. So one more. Oh, awesome. A lot less effort, so definition of effortless there. And I'm getting great results. That tight little draw every time probably would see a little bit of an in to out path. You'll see face control be pretty good. It will get you quieting down those arms and get you feeling the rest of the body. And that's ultimately where drills, what really differentiates a good drill from a bad drill is a good drill gives you a feel as well. This one gives you a feel that you can apply to a normal shot and get straight into it. So resist that temptation of firing those arms. Do the ragdoll drill. Give loads of your feeling. Give it to so many of my students online on Skillist. Really helps them stay down and get that feeling better. And if you need any help to keep you down better, you need to identify your root causes. There's plenty more than this. We can always fire up some one-to-one lessons on Skillist anywhere in the world. There's a link in the description. You can work personally just with me. And absolutely, there is the masterclass, the early extension down in the description as well, which targets all the root causes for this issue as well, which you can go and fire away at. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button. And if you want more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. Again, be careful when you're being too athletic. Watch out for these. And you're going to start staying down through the golf ball a lot better.